Oh, whatever you want to. I think I'm gonna try different people.
Alright, then I'll go ahead. I'll try out some different people too.
So I'm just weird. I like trying different people. Anyways, let's get this shing-ding started. Let's see, who should I try out? I think I'll know what I'll do
I wish that
first.
there was a way how to do like a random selector.
Yeah, right? Like, I would love just to have a random team entirely. You can
I
only do
would
that
too.
local.
Um,
That was some of this one we had.
oh, I think I know what kind of team I want to try out.
I'm literally just random fucking people. Alright. There we go. I got my team.
Alright, I got my team.
I got enough money. I got enough money in the game, and once you get 300,000, it gave me Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So I was like, sweet.
All people
I
I
need
don't know how to
another
fight
200,000.
with.
Oh, yeah, it's all good. I know how to use TN. I've never used Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, so you think once you unlock character, you run to use them? It's
Yeah,
like, nah.
nah.
I've seen them online.
Who needs?
See what he says. The Beerus. Oh, it's
Ooh.
confident. Ooh, saucy. God, Beerus looks so fucking smug and beautiful in this game. Yes, I can.
I'm trying to remember how I'm even supposed to fight with him.
Oh, it didn't work. I thought it did. I was wrong. I was still wrong. Oh god. Lord Beerus, please.
Yo, what?
Lord Beerus.
Oh, I thought that I was in the middle of vlogging on it. Oh well.
I'm still trying to figure out. I haven't seen. Oh, oh shit. Oh, wait, is that it? Oh,
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Kid Buu! Ow. Hey, your pink Kamehameha isn't as good as my pink. Oh shit, never mind. Ah! Daddy,
Yeah,
please.
fucking what, mate?
Listen, man, my rosé is better than your rosé. Just saying.
Well, yeah, you are a better man than me.
Oh no, I meant like
Oh,
Kid Buu's pink, Goku Black's
yeah.
pink. You know what I mean? I'm a terrible Kid Buu. As you can probably tell. Let's just, let's not have that as an issue.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're gaining health as I was punching you, but okay. Listen, clearly Tien is the man that must battle with hits. It's all gone wrong. It's still gone wrong. But you picked the one character that confused the shit out of me. Oh, but Vegeta technically, actually, I think Vegeta lost a hit on Super, if I remember correctly.
I don't like your kind.
Goodbye.
If I wasn't like
Right in
laying on
front.
the ground, I could have deflected that. Let's do it one
No,
more
I don't
time with
think you
these
can deflect
teams.
at all.
These teams
Oh,
are
yeah,
interesting.
definitely. They are. They're weird.
No,
That's for
but you
sure.
you actually can deflect supers.
You can deflect, like,
Yes.
ultimates, you mean?
Yes.
That sounds
I'm
like bullshit,
pretty
man. I'm
sure.
sorry. I don't think you want to try it.
No.
I mean, I could charge and
Good,
if I want
because
to
I'm not good at deflecting, so I'm good.
Well, neither am I. Oh, apparently I'm not blocking. Still not blocking, apparently. Yep, still not blocking. Of course. What the fuck is this shit? Hold on. Kid Buu needs to do this shit.
Oh, I thought that
Yeah,
that was
show,
me for a second.
Oh, you thought that was you? Oh, yeah, because you're used to using,
Yeah, Kid Buu.
Oh. Well, that's what that does? Oh, it still hit you, apparently. How about now? Yes.
I don't like you.
Thank you, Boo. I'm figuring Boo out. Oh, that didn't work. It's still not working. Daddy!
Yes, my child.
Shit. What? Excuse me, Dad, but, that's a dick move! Ah! My dick! My
I don't
pink
like
soft
your
flaccid
kind.
dick. Actually, TN's... TN is who you're fighting. With his Dodon rays. Okay.
I don't like switching.
Apparently, I
Okay.
can't. Oh, shit. Goodbye, cool world. Tien, you were loved. You and your bald head and your third eye. Apparently, I can't block anything. Apparently. Fuck.
Not against a god like me.
What the fuck? Oh no!
Newt,
Ah!
Newt.
Fuck.
Newt, Newt. That means now we gotta go one more.
Damn it.
It's because I keep newting.
Wait. Is Goku Black actually threatening Beerus?
And they're on the same team? Eh?
What? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, oh. What? Okay. Excuse you, bitch.
I'm sorry, but I don't like that you're trying to main Kid Buu.
Oh, fuck. Oh, there goes the second blow of yours. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's not what I Oh, it hit you. Oh, fuck. Fuck. No. Boo. No. Boo.
Bye, son.
Oh, well. Bye. Bye, Boo. You're cute, I guess. Bitch. Walk into this shit.
I didn't even
Punch in
have
the
time
dick.
to try to do hits blocking. It didn't even let me.
Oh. Okay. Oh no, not this bullshit again. Your fucking Goku Black Infinite combo. But however, we need to use the real god. Oh fuck. What? It didn't shoot 3? I guess I have to keep hitting the button. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that for some supers. Stop this. Stop this. I don't like you.
I have Tien, the real god. Sorry, but that's a grab, dude.
You won.
I don't feel like fighting anymore.
Yeah. You won this one.
I suppose. My return match beats your rematch.
This means that we must find new teams again.
Time to find random teams again, yeah. Let's see. I mean, I haven't really used them. So. That makes perfect sense, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Oh, yeah.
Let me just choose a team that makes no sense at all.
Like the first two characters in my team make sense to work together, but the last one's just like, why is he there? Why? It doesn't make sense. It's the most mixed match final
Actually,
character.
no, I'm gonna make my team make the most amount of sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see it. It's so hot in my house right now. I don't know why. I'm sitting here, it's like, I'm gonna have to take my shirt off or something, man. It's
Sounds like me every single time that we play.
Whew. Oh, I need to see what your team is. Oh, Krillin, 18, and Goku. Oh,
I never played as 18.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, but you've seen the godlike clutches.
Yeah.
You've seen and heard of the legends. Like, my one online match win literally comes from 18 clutching. Like, you know how, like, the other guy had all three characters, I had just 18, and I won. Someone who's still stronger than me, shit. So your Krillin's green, because I have Krillin's orange. What?
No, I just chose green.
Oh, you chose green. You don't know how to use Yamcha, so you're just gonna get your ass handed to you. I really can't play as Yamcha at all. Oh.
I've only ever played as Krillin inside the story.
I used Krillin like 2 times in the story.
Well, I've only played the story like 2 times.
Oh no, I mean like.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot that you even had Krillin on your team.
Yeah, well, I mean, once you have everyone else, like, why would you ever have Krillin on your team? You have no idea what you're doing.
Well,
like,
I don't
Krillin.
even realize which Krillin I am.
You're the green one. The one that's about to die.
Oh, good point.
Let's add that to the Krillin-owned count. Oh shit, it's my wife. Oh no. Krillin, we can't do this. Supers. Oh, that was my ultimate? Okay. Ultimates. No, I just realized. How do I use Krillin's? Oh no. Mama, please. Mamacita. Oh, so this is what it's like to be on the receiving end. Oh. You may be my wife, but I'm a certified wife beater.
Oh, most likely.
Hey, look at Krillin. That's the epitome of a badass. Now, actually, Beerus, you can handle this shit.
Yeah, you got me.
Oh. Oh my. Oh no. Goku, no. Goku, please.
I thought that I could do a Kamehameha by the down left X, but I guess not. It just shoots up right. Oh well, my life is a lie.
Listen, man. All of our lives are a lie. That's not gonna hit him, Beerus. Beerus, why did you go to him? That was the worst idea. Okay.
Hey, Krillin.
I'm having such a hard time getting out of the corner there.
And I'm having a hard time going into my super. Oh, but this time he doesn't.
Oh, you and your warp Kamehameha. Too bad. It's already too. Oh fuck! It's not too late. No, not the fucking corner again.
You're like, I'm above and over it. Uh-oh, rematch time.
Yeah, rematch indeed, yeah. We always see what they say. Alright, Krillin. I still don't know how to do the... How the fuck do you do the back thing you do every time?
What thing?
I'm trying to figure... Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't know what button it was, because I've never used Yamcha. Or when I did use them, I barely got to use them because we died pretty fast. Oh, hey, that last kick was just for you, bud. You know?
So you're just playing with Yamcha how you've always seen me play with Yamcha.
I mean, yeah, because that's how it just seems to work. It doesn't work now. I'm using them now. No, no, not the corner. We're getting out of there. Listen, woman. Don't blame me.
I don't like you.
As I get kicked. Bitch. Oh shit. It's myself. My greatest enemy.
Yeah, you got me with this mashup.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got me destroyed with this team mashup.
Yo, what have you all been waiting for? Ultra Instinct Yamcha. I know, I know. Please, ladies.
Goku.
Don't let your panties get wet. I mean, I guess you could let your panties be wet, but it's okay. Oh shit, Beerus, why are you being the weakest link? Of course, you know, Beerus is the boy. Hey, I said Beerus is the boy, how dare you? Stop messing up the boy. Okay. Oh, no. Beerus-sama. No. Beerus.
I don't like your kind.
What happened? What happened, man? Well, you know. Oh my god. If this is all of the rest of the match is, I swear to god. Okay. I got out of it. Oh. God.
I've been learning how to bounce people.
I've noticed, you wall bouncing bitch.
Oh, I haven't played this game in like a week. No, you already beat me 2 times.
Alright. Okay, new team. There we go. Yeah, I really do wish it was a random function. Your internet connection is dying every 5 seconds, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's probably because everyone's trying to like watch movies in my house.
Oh.
That's why I normally don't stream till like 10 o'clock.
Got it.
Let's see. Who should I think I know who.
Mr. Perfect Cell. Okay. Alright, I got this. I got this.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna be a big gank team.
A big what king? What, a gank king? So you just use Captain Ginyu, Nappa, fucking like...
No, I'm just gonna be a big ganker.
Oh, okay, so that means every combo you're basically gonna try to just switch out characters.
No. This is just going to be a slightly dangerous team up.
Alright.
It's different than my normal dangerous team ups, though.
Oh. I think you're gonna like my team up. It's classic.
What?
My team up's classic. It's a classic team. Great. perfect. We all know that Frieza's main antagonist, opponent, is Yamcha. We all know this, and we know that Hit's main opponent is Gotenks. Cell, Cell. I don't know why Cell's fighting Gohan. To be quite honest, that just doesn't make sense.
It never really matched up to the anime, because in the anime, Cell's arch nemesis was actually Krillin.
Yeah,
if you remember
Krillin,
from the Cell arc.
I mean, look at this. He probably won't even say something to him. Watch. That doesn't make sense. He never fought him before. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this game created its own arc, so maybe it could just be something from the campaign of this game.
Maybe, but I mean, what I remember. Frieza, you're useless. Let me give you a hug, son. We all
I don't
know
want
that
a hug.
Gohan's dad is actually set.
Big Green.
Confirmed by Toriyama. Yes, this guy is actually a Piccolo.
This is Piccolo's second form.
Yeah, Piccolo finally got his transformation, the Ultra Super Namekian. Wow, what a heated match between two clearly non-rival characters. Let's make this make a bit more sense with Frieza and Yamcha finally having their duel to decide who's the better, warrior. Who can truly be the Emperor of the universe.
Because as we all know, Yamcha is actually part of the Frieza race.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where he honed the Wolfing
the
Fist. Because in fact, Frieza could do the same attack. He's actually doing it right now. He just doesn't like to say it. Because he likes to surprise his enemies. But you see, Yamcha is more the arrogant type. Where Yamcha likes to actually... Where Yamcha actually likes to fake his death. He's not really dead, guys. Because he does return inside the next episode.
I mean, if you've seen Dragon Ball Super, then you would know very clearly that Frieza actually learned his ability to play dead from Yamcha.
Yeah.
It's I swear to God, this doesn't block fucking anything. It seems that Gotenks truly is pure to hits. And Cell apparently, as I get wall bounced all fucking hell. My dick. Yeah, I mean Piccolo. Piccolo's ultimate form. Excuse me, Super Namekian Piccolo. Here's a joke for you.
Yeah, and you want to know something cool?
Joke for you. Hit's a joking kind of guy. That's what I'm saying. Here's a joke for you. As you know, it's always making jokes. Oh no, Gotenks is now playing his ultimate prank on Hit. Hit has no defense against attack, as we all know from the anime.
Well, Gotenks is actually Hit's son. Gotenks is one person.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, Gotenks unfortunately his kryptonite was Frieza. We all know this, to be quite honest.
But Gotenks' super form, he doesn't turn into a Super Saiyan. Instead, he turns into two little kids.
Oh, yeah, and that's why it appears that he separates. And for some reason, these kids are actually spies for Hit, obviously. And they pretend to be Goku and Vegeta's sons.
It's actually quite interesting the way how the anime plays it out. Because we haven't seen anything quite like this in the original series of Dragon Ball.
Exactly. Like, in Dragon Ball Super, finally capitalizing on Cell's importance. Super Namekian Piccolo's importance.
Cell is just the name that they call him. Because they're not used to this version of Piccolo, so they actually call him Cell. Because they think that's somebody new. But as it turns out, it's actually Big Green.
And Big Green being Big Green is absolutely amazing. We all know this. Big Green, of course, however, I don't know why Gohan was able just to overpower Big Green so easily there. But, It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Luckily, we have Freezer. Yeah, Freezer. That's his name, right?
Yeah, Freezer.
Or Frisbee. I keep forgetting. Oh shit. Now, Freezer's tail is a very volatile weapon. A lot of people don't really ever see him utilize. It's a real treat when you get to witness it in action. Oh shit! It was the Spinaroo punch. Everyone knows. Oh, and there once again, its only weakness is the inability to dodge his own son's volleyball attack. We all.
Well, that's because Hit would never play volleyball with his son, so that's why Gotenks uses it all the time on him. Because he just really wants to play. He really wants to play volleyball with his father.
It's true, and you know, it's unfortunate. Maybe Yamcha can finally make Hit become a better father. You know what I mean? Because Yamcha, we all know, is actually the greatest dad in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean, after giving birth to Freezer, you know, he learned.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, he gave birth to Freezer. Yeah.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, he actually was the one that gave birth to him. Because you see that the Freezer race, they are completely different than the human race.
It's true, and... Wait, but I thought Yamcha was the albino, so does that mean that Frieza is in fact the albino?
Yes. You see, you obviously didn't catch up on your lore.
I clearly didn't, actually. I know quite a bit about this. I guess my lack of knowledge of Frieza is part of why I can't use him very well. Oh, and there goes Frieza. Oh, he didn't die. Thank God. Oh, we all know that Gohan did in fact kick Frieza's ass, though. That is a canon fact. Unlocking the Super Saiyan lesbian transformation on Namek.
Are you sure that it was Gohan who did that and not actually Trunks? Because if I remember right,
well,
Trunks. Well, I could have swore that, you know, Trunks, he teleported to planet Garba, and he ran into Freezer while Yamcha was nursing him. And Trunks eradicated both of them.
But wasn't that in the alternate timeline with future Trunks?
Oh,
because in that timeline, as we know, the androids were just having that giant orgy with future Gohan, and just Gohan was unable to attend.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Forgot about that.
You know, this is, it's different timelines. It screws us all over, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I mean, why did they do that?
Different timelines in. I mean, I guess maybe it was to add to complexity of the story, but I think it just made it a bit convoluted. Like, in the alternate timeline, did you know Android 18 actually banged Goku, and apparently is Gohan's mom? Which is really weird.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's just weird. It's a weird time.
Well, if you remember right, Android 18 is the actual god of destruction.
This is actual fact, you're right. Probably why Gohan ends up being so godlike, in that timeline at least. I mean, unfortunately in the main timeline, Gohan's a little bitch, which is just unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite sad.
Luckily, his spy little brother can reform with the spy Trunks and become Gotenks, their true form, and make up for that slack.
I mean, one could hope.
True. We don't have a Gotenks in the final, whatchamacallit. Okay, actually,
no, if you remember, Goku fought Goku.
Yes, this is true. He did have an inner battle, but also an outer one when an evil clone of him was created. But, as we all know, it's like the Superman story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Goku won in the end. Which Goku, well, we actually don't know. They looked exactly the fucking like. For all we know, evil Goku could still be the Goku that we know now. Look at this. See, look, they're even gonna say the same thing to each other. Watch this resonance.
Because it's his internal conflict.
Oh, no, man, he said this will be a good match. Okay, so he responded to himself. Truly excited for this development of battling himself.
Well, as we found out, Goku is actually a little on the insane side. If you remember.
This is true. Oh, okay. Goku, of course, always did have his little random spasms. We all know this.
Well, he's a Super Saiyan.
This is true. Oh, Android 1, I guess, was just so excited she couldn't hold herself back from coming in. And Android 1 now actually gets to face her longtime rival, Trunks.
Yeah. Forgot about that arc, actually. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome, man. Yeah, I mean, she was pretty pissed off when Trunks did, in fact, kill her son. It was on accident, as we all know, but still, mother's rage is something just never to get in the way of.
I never knew that Trunks killed Krillin.
Yeah, it's a real shame what happened there. It's the future timeline, though, you know.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that, and that's why she in turn obliterated him and his great cousin Goku.
We have to bring obviously a mama to fight her son. That she has to teach her son how to become as strong as he can be. Obviously, she wants the best for him. And, you know, and right now I think her son is impressing her just slightly. I mean, she is the god of destruction. It's something that isn't very easy to do.
It is quite a shame that Gohan, you know, didn't turn out like his mom.
I mean, he came as close as could. He's more like his dad, unfortunately, which is probably why he's so pathetic, to be quite honest.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Ooh, it looks like 18 decided that she wanted to give her son some confidence by letting him win. Truly a wonderful moment from the mother. You know what I'm saying? Now he gets to beat up his dad, which more than likely he will beat his dad. I mean, it's his dad.
The weakest human being, as we all know.
It appears that Goku actually entered his QB mode. As we all know, he does have the Nine-Tailed Fox inside him, which is probably the only reason why he was able to pull that win, as we all know.
Goku, as we know, is actually the weakest human from the planet Earth.
This is true. Only with those random sporadic moments of true power that comes from the heart, but aside from that, you know, it never happens ever again.
Well, Goku found out by yelling at the moon in turn gives him power.
Yes, that was an interesting moment. You know, we all thought he was totally useless until that happened. But he can only fight at night, which I don't get why he's fighting here now.
Sadly, a little small green man blew up and killed him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't remember, was it Little Green or Big Green? No, it was wait. No, Little Green is.
It was actually medium green.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, you probably forgot about that, to be quite honest. I mean, I forget about that sometimes.
You know, it's truly interesting. I mean, the lore of Dragon Ball is just truly the most incredible thing. Truly equal even that of Dark Souls, which, if you didn't know, Lord Gwyn actually was a woman.
Yeah, it's a commonly known fact. Just a lot of people don't like to pay attention to it.
Well, yeah, cause it's something about the story apparently just being something people just can't get into, unfortunately. And there we go, Trunks defeating Goku like he did in the original timeline. Uh-oh.
Because Trunks actually gave Goku a pill that stopped his heart from working, if you remember right.
Yeah, it was.
He made him believe that it was a vitamin. Well, he made Goku believe that it was just a vitamin.
This is true, and just unfortunate as well. You know, it's the last thing you want to hear for Trunks about Trunks doing. Oh, and just like she did, she actually ate him. That's right.
Like the vitamin. Because she was just so torn up about it.
And now Gohan clearly trying to avenge Trunks, his butt buddy.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did have something going on, if you do remember.
Oh shit, it's that family Kamehameha. The one, the ultimate attack. Well, that actually, guys, yeah, well, actually, yeah, it is family Kamehameha. What's wrong with me? Just look at it. Just, oh, and now he has to fight his own mother. This is a bit tragic.
It's a shame. But, you know, we've all waited for this moment.
Could Gohan one day surpass his mother? Probably not, especially when she brings in her clone. Oh, luckily, he seems to have gotten lucky in that very last moment there.
But she does have this thing where she likes to scream in Japanese.
That's true, which...
But being a god of destruction, she just speaks in all the different languages. So, I mean, who's to tell her that she can't?
You know, and not to mention, you know, that's why she taught Gohan different languages, so he can understand the random gibberish that came out of her mouth sometimes. Ooh, Goku finally using the power of the moon here. What? Oh. It appears 18 is really actually getting it handed to her. But it's pretty close to canon, that one battle. I forgot which movie it was. But it was definitely one of the better movies, canon. At least I think it was.
Well, as we all know, Broly is actually Goku's father.
Oh, that is very true. That is very true. And, oh, you know, congratulations! I have to give it to you. You did defeat the 18s with Goku, which is a feat. A feat. Considering he's the weakest human, of course. And you didn't use the power of the moon actually at the very end there. You actually went ahead and just kind of finished it with a punch. Gotta say, impressive.
Well,
very impressive.
Goku, as he was training, he actually became the One Punch Man, if you remember.
Oh, you're so right.
Because he went from the weakest human being to actually the strongest thing in the universe. But that was only after he mastered the art of One Punch.
That is true. Saitama, his sensei, was an interesting individual. Oh, very bald man, though. I mean, for some reason he called himself, I think, the ultimate pervert at one point. Don't know why he did that.
You know, to each their own.
I suppose, you know. Hey, at least you know he was proud, clearly proud of his status that he gave himself. Oh shit! It appears Trunks is now going for the original timeline ending of his battle with Android 21 by defeating her.
You know, it's really quite interesting on how the arcs came out.
Oh yeah, it really is. It's one of those things that kind of just built up over time.
Because, I don't know if you know this, but Android 21's kid is actually Boo.
That is true. Kid Boo was, it was unfortunate what happened to Kid Boo, you know, it was a real tragedy.
I mean, his whole story is a tragedy. I mean, he was born into this world and then taken out by his mother in the same day.
That is very true and sad. And the fact that she had to do it too was probably one of the most tragic things, but what can you do? At least she had Krillin for a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's quite a shame.
Oh, you know, I mean, there's all those things that still to this day, but just it leaves like just a painful hole in your heart when you think about it. Goku was able to block 18 and her God-Destructive ultimate technique. Truly an inspirational move, and he was able to use the power of the moon. Oh my god, this is hype. This is the moment that Goku was waiting for, to finally ascend to his ultimate form, truly. Oh, and
then he'd die, surely, yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's just how it all goes. Obviously, Gohan now taking the opportunity to defeat his mother and prove her to be wrong about him being useless. And, you know, but surely Gohan will be able to do what needs to be done, and he does so elegantly. In a way that would make her proud. Although for some reason he's floating over the ground, she explicitly told him not to do that because it makes him always look like a jackass. Gohan. I'm sorry, he's just Gohan look like a fuckboy in the like when he has the thumbs up, like he just seems like such a dick. I don't know what you want to do now. I mean, there's many matchups we could always do. I agree.
You know what?
Yeah,
I think that we created a more convoluted timeline than Akari Toriyama and the creators of Dark Souls ever could.
It's unfortunate that it's convoluted, not even complex. Just doesn't make sense. As we know, Android 21 gave birth to 2 children, Krillin and obviously
Kid Buu.
Fucking Kid Buu. Now, perhaps we should have her actually, now I just realized, why not have her with her family, you know? I think that's the team I'm gonna do now. Although, of course, we have to put her with the future version of Buu, which would be, the Fat Buu, as we all know. Because Kid Buu was quite the lover of sweets.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to bring in the people that want to stop her.
Oh, want to stop her?
Yes.
That's true. She is on a quest for universal domination. The Peel-Off gang ain't got shit on this woman.
But it's really interesting the people that came to stop her.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I won't spoil it for the viewers. I think that you should reveal yourself who these people are.
But it was really interesting.
It was. It was. Her other son in a copy of Kid Buu, the one that she destroyed, and of course, Gohan, the most, honestly, he was the last person I expected to step up to the plate. I mean, after his mother was sealed away by Android 21 because she couldn't actually beat her in an actual straight fight.
Yeah, well, his mother was put into an egg and put away for 1,000 years.
It's true, and it's unfortunate. And look at that, they look so happy together. Oh, who are you? This is her other son.
Yeah, this is the first time that they were introduced to each other.
Yeah. And Krillin did have a wife named Marin.
It didn't go off that well, though.
It did not. It's one of those things that just leave you as a hole inside.
I mean, well, now it just makes me, you know, think back to Gohan's wife, Pan.
Oh yes, that was always very interesting.
It was probably one of the most interesting relationships I've ever seen in Dragon Ball.
Oh, the classic great block on your part with, well, obviously fighting his brother was definitely a painful moment.
It really was. It honestly killed him.
It really did, and of course, you know, the evil person that was Android 21, their mother, she didn't really care. She was just like, yeah, best son wins, whatever. I mean, it's just unfortunate.
It really is. It's honestly one of the sadder timelines in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I believe, how many timelines were there for Dragon Ball overall? I believe there were, what, 15?
At the very least, there had to have been. And there's honestly just so many of them, I can't even keep track of them.
Oh, he ate her. I guess we all know where he got his gluttony from, though. Although, luckily, Gohan is the one, however, who did face Android 21. We all know this. And, it was probably the toughest battle of his life, to be quite honest.
Canon is always great.
It really is. Oh, and they were able, little brother, the spy little brother, we must always verify that he is a spy in every timeline.
He actually helps out Hitler in an episode, if you do remember that.
That
He's not just a spy
truly
for a hit.
moment. He is a little Nazi, we all know that.
He's just there just to make a change in the world. And you know, who could hate him? Because as we all know, kids will be kids.
Oh shit. And is Gohan able to defeat all of them, though? That was a real big question, that was, for a lot of people, because once everyone else fell... Well, unfortunately. Luckily, Gohan did, however, defeat Android 21.
But her kids are running rampant.
Yeah, they're running rampant, but luckily, we all know that despite his defeat, he will be able now to release his mother, and his mother will be able to beat the rest of them off easily.
Well, little do they know that Kid Buu actually decided to see a guidance counselor and talk about his problems.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that. You know, it really saved the... Basically, it could have been an entire another arc in the... this is the 13th timeline, correct?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Now,
because there's a little hidden fact that his brothers didn't know.
Really, what's the hidden fact they didn't know? I think I might have missed that episode.
The hidden fact is that Krillin is a little different than his brothers.
Oh yeah, you know, it's very hard to tell though.
It really is.
You know.
But he was actually born without any hair.
Yeah, wasn't that one of the reasons why his mother outcasted him?
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why he came to stop his mother. Now the Kid Buu that we see here, we all believe to be his clone. But as we found out, it wasn't actually his clone, but instead it was Goku in a different uniform.
Yeah, you know, it was one of those real awe-inspiring moments that only Dragon Ball can truly deliver, to be quite honest.
Because Goku didn't want Android 21 to know that he was actually trying to stop her.
That is true. That is very true.
But Gohan, on the other hand, Gohan never really cared.
This is true. Oh man, look at that. Gohan getting the hits in, finally moving in to defeat Android 21 after God knows how long. You know, because Gohan always seems to take forever to do anything. And of course, Android 21 saying she quits and she's sick of this crap, as I quote, probably one of the most legendary lines in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but it's sad that that was her final words.
That is true.
Because
but, you know,
we never were able to see what would happen when she wasn't sick of it.
True, true. Well, at least in that timeline. Eventually, we would get a real glimpse of her true power, too, when she actually does fight Android 18 in a full-on battle.
Yeah, after Android 18 becomes unsealed from her egg.
Yes, which I believe Gohan got on pretty fast, actually, because he knew he was not going to win against both Majin Buu. Oh, well, actually, he did defeat Kid Buu, Majin Buu, didn't he? Just not Kid Buu. Everything just seemed to go wrong at that point. Oh, snap. Perhaps he can.
Yeah, you obviously don't remember how the episode ended.
I clearly don't.
He put up one really good fight. But, alas, he was destroyed. And a fiery explosion.
Which was sad. But luckily, it did end, though, obviously, with Kid Buu going to his counselor.
Yeah. Because Kid Buu, he just didn't like the anger that he was feeling.
Yes, yes. You know, actually, I think a mom party might be in order. If you remember correctly, the mom party. I don't know if you remember that. Where essentially 18 and 21 actually got over their differences.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
It was a truly moving moment. Although it was odd that they had Frieza as a visitor. It was a very odd moment. That was the only odd part about that, but I mean, what can you do, right?
There's not much that you can do. But
So
sadly,
much that we can do.
The Saiyan twins were there, and they weren't standing for it.
That is very true.
Saiyan is another name for the weak humans of planet Earth.
Exactly.
If you do remember that.
Humans, or the Saiyans, excuse me, they just...
And they were all the twin brothers.
Well, the twin brothers
the triplets.
And their cousin, really. As we know, the pink-haired one, Rose, actually was the cousin, and he was always a very good person, to be quite honest. But he just didn't want Android 21, aka his secret lover, getting, you know, all hammy with his cousin's wife. That was just like he couldn't stand it. He didn't like the idea of it. Goku didn't like the idea of it. And obviously, King Veggie, he was livid. Let's be real here.
Well, he really likes his vegetables.
It's true. Apparently 18 just wasn't getting on that, you know, whole gravy train. Okay.
But
now,
she did start
Goku
singing in her different languages.
Well,
Goku wasn't really in a fighting mood, if you remember, right?
It's true. He was just really pissing off his wife, and to be honest, she is pretty easy to anger. In fact, so much so that it's just like, it's a miracle that she didn't immediately kill him, to be quite honest.
But it's okay, because King Vegetable, he wouldn't stand for his brother getting beat up. Because as we all know, he's an actual woman beater.
That is true, that is very true. And oh man, look at King Veggie. I remember that he did really not. He had a grudge against Frieza, but for the worst reasons too. Like he literally had no reason to have a grudge against him. He just didn't like his purple head.
I mean, who could blame him though? His purple head does look a little stupid on him.
It's true. However, unfortunately for King Veggie, after he gets off his beautiful, amazing attack, he did enrage Android 21. He was not happy with him. For interrupting tea time, really, that's all it was.
But sadly for her, she didn't have any candy.
That is true. Well, until the very last moments, where she was just like, well, she's kind of done with them. Of course, 18.
Sadly
with her
for
new
King
friend, she had to help
Vegetable.
King Vegetable. Goku finally whipping up the courage to face his wife and defeated her. You know, it was
and got in a few extra hits after she was down.
I mean, he knew that she wasn't going to go down the easy way. He knew that he had to work on this. However, he did enrage Android 21, who did proceed to almost kill him.
Who then, in turn, did kill him.
Finally. Yeah, so he did in fact piss her off to that point, which is unfortunate. Luckily, the cousin was pretty fresh. He had all the energy he really needed to do the battle and to win. Because we all know that the cousin's a very reserved person. He didn't want to hurt anyone.
But if he had to, he would.
Fabulous. And he did have a god complex. I kind of forgot about that. It's probably part of why he didn't want to fight anyone. Well, yeah, it's one of the unfortunate things.
But we did not dive deeper into this episode.
You're right, we didn't.
As we see, the park ranger wants to have fun.
Yes, which is after he gave everyone Zenzu beans and said, listen, this time the park ranger would be involved with his sister. And this is something that, you know, it was touching, admittedly.
It was a really touching moment. But, you know, Goku still isn't really the fighting type. He doesn't like to fight. He doesn't see any need in it.
it's one of those things that just he always questioned and said why would I do that, and it's unfortunate. He honestly doesn't deserve the bullshit that he gets half the time, because everyone wants to fight the guy for some reason. He's not even that strong, and he's like,
yeah, he's really weak, and he just
wife.
doesn't enjoy fighting.
Yeah, and not to mention his wife, she likes fighting. She's absolutely crazy for it.
Yeah, so why don't they all just try to fight her?
Yeah, right? Give the man some peace. Hell, and then afterwards, you know, she'll still make him dinner, you know, because she is still caring and loving, obviously. And however, at this point, though, the God Destruction was just not happy, and she kind of decided she just didn't want to deal with anyone with bullshit at this point. Luckily, even so, she still needed to take a break. She was not, apparently not. She didn't get to take a break. I forgot about that. Instead, Frieza had to come in and sort out the cousin, obviously, Rose. Ooh. I forgot that he tries doing that.
But little did they know that the cousin actually brought his brother along with him.
Yeah, you know, and his brother was always an odd-looking one, but was definitely one of the better characters.
Well, he was born as a mutated.
Well, you know, he was definitely someone that wanted to be friends. I believe he did have a crush on Android 21, didn't he?
Yeah, which is why he goes through all this, because he just wants to impress her.
You know, and then, you know, and he did. He succeeded in that. But unfortunately, it was just Rose, because he didn't support Rose when he fought him. It's just unfortunate. She actually ate Rose. I mean, just look at her. I mean, it's, you know, to be honest, it's probably why she has such large assets, to be quite honest, at this point.
And is why she's super fast.
Yeah, true. She's always in a sugar rush, to be quite honest. And of course, she was referring to Frieza, because Frieza was delegated to be Emperor of the Universe. The real fact. Although it didn't last long.
Yeah. Didn't last as long as they'd like.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a misunderstanding between Frieza and Trunks, and it just didn't end well.
It's quite a shame.
Yeah, especially because he was actually gonna end universal hunger. Thus, a lot of children starved, which is just unfortunate. You know, I'm gonna have to probably rename this name of the stream to an in-depth analysis of the lore of Dragon Ball.
You know, you're not wrong.
Like, it's been truly interesting. I think I'm gonna have to bring in probably the most well-known team though in Dragon Ball. These are without a doubt equal characters, all three of them, and they've worked together on numerous occasions. There we go.
Oh wow, wow! You know, they were in every single arc.
Yeah, they were very critical characters. Piccolo, and also when he separated in his separate form, created the Super Namekian form known as Cell. Very interesting combination you have there.
And we can't forget their master, Beerus.
Oh yeah, Beerus. Obviously he's really just Scooby-Doo, but you know, he worked out.
Well, he's the god of wine, if you remember. He created wine, which is why Piccolo wears the color purple.
He loves his wine. The silk is from the riches. Oh, of course, Piccolo would not be able to kill King Veggie, as King Veggie was Always a bit of a jerk, to be quite honest.
He really was. But once you got to know King Veggie, he was actually the nicest person you'll ever meet.
It's true, and you know, it's just unfortunate.
One thing that I could say about King Veggie is that he wasn't that arrogant.
Oh yeah, I know. He was perhaps one of the kindest men, and also humblest in the whole franchise.
But as we see,
his best friend,
Piccolo got angry, and he came back in his Super Namekian form.
Yes, this is very true, and also, however, Nappa was just not having it. Nappa was being Vegeta's best friend, or King Veggie's best friend, excuse me. You know, it's something he had. He just couldn't stand by and let a Super Namekian harm his best friend.
So he took the threat out.
So he did. However, the final opponent was just too much, so they had to rely on the strongest person in their group. Clearly, Krillin.
Because there's just too much wine.
It was.
They couldn't handle it all.
The only person who could handle that much would be Krillin. It's still an even logical answer. Ooh, but of course, even then, Krillin was getting overwhelmed. We can never forget that.
But if you remember, Krillin was the strongest.
This is true. He was the strongest android.
And he pushed through it.
Well, until the end. I mean, he definitely did his best, but the Wine God was someone that just was too much for him in the end, as he even says "uncle" when he was defeated. So King
because the Wine God is his actual uncle. That's a little known fact.
That is true. That is true. But we all know that King Veggie did have to put everything he had into that last attack.
But luckily,
and honestly,
Goku came along with sensu beans, and he's like, "Why is everyone laying down?" And he brought them all back.
Goku, yeah, being the nicest guy in the world, really, it's like even though he doesn't really care there's a conflict or anything like that, it's just he wants everyone to be friends. He even tried mediating.
He wants everyone to be friends, and he just doesn't like to see people hurt.
Oh yeah, King Veggie though, he in one of his weirdest out of character moments actually knocks him out. Because he just says, "Listen, man, I gotta have this fight. I gotta win this."
And as we all found out, Piccolo wasn't having it this time.
Yeah, this time, you know, now knowing the strength that King Veggie possessed, he knew he had to go all out. He couldn't actually just hold back and not any longer. He had to use his god training and everything he had just to put up the best
just to make some wine.
Yeah, well, obviously. The wine in the background was
because the planet that we're on right now is actually the wine planet. It's inhabited by nothing but drunk Namekians.
Very true and very beautiful. Oh my god, look at how badly damaged King Veggie was.
But Piccolo still isn't happy, so he came back as a Super Namekian.
And of course, this meant that Nappa had to come in and basically hold him off while King Veggie healed. And obviously he wasn't going to be able to stop him, but
at least he tried.
He tried. He did try, and that's something, you know. And to be honest, in his final moment, he was able to get one really good hit in.
I mean, he just yelled really loud.
Yeah, but that yell, man, that man's got a pair of lungs, let me tell you. Truly disorientating, you know, Super Namekian version of Piccolo, and Cell was just overwhelmed from that point onwards. Until, of course, he was able to land his most powerful attack on King Veggie, which meant that it was all up to Krillin. All up to the one man.
The strongest man alive, as we all know.
I mean, look at that. One power. Like, he is actually the One Punch Man, secretly. Who taught Goku the art of one punch. Oh. The animation did get choppy at these moments. It was due to budget reasons, of course.
But as we realize, whining hard and perseverance really helps.
Yeah, it really does, and I mean, look at that, true equals in almost every single which way. Using their most powerful attacks, and just it was a true marvel to watch this battle unfold. You know, and I'm actually really thankful that we were around in this timeline of Dragon Ball to actually witness this battle.
Well, we are actual Dragon Ball characters.
Yeah, this is a little-known fact. Yeah, in the second round, obviously, Krillin was just overwhelmed, even though it was the closest battle of his entire life. And the Wine God had never been challenged in such a way. Truly impressed. Truly impressed.
And after this, the Wine God gave everyone a sip of his wine. But unbeknownst to him...
Unbeknownst to him.
Unbeknownst.
Unbeknownst. It would end up being just another... Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
His wine was actually animation stopping juice, unbeknownst to everyone.
Something that just really screwed over King Veggie as well. For some reason, animation affects the characters. Many people don't know this.
It is a little known fact.
It's part of why King Veggie, a character who probably should have been able to easily dispatch Piccolo in his first form, just was getting destroyed. It was a truly shocking moment that Nappa had to step up and take on the weaker form of Piccolo.
But the wine still had its effects on everybody.
Yeah, obviously, everyone was really angry, and you know, actually, apparently, it was the wine of anger, I believe, as well.
Oh yes, you are right. You are right.
They weren't even going to fight. It was Beerus was very confused and realized, oh shit, everyone needs to calm down. And this is the last thing he wanted, and it's unfortunate how it went.
Or it was, because Beerus just wanted to unwind.
Yeah, he wanted to just have a party, really. Beerus has always been a real party animal.
But as we remember from the main arc, King Vegeta is the strongest alive. In this timeline.
In this timeline, yeah. It did take a lot of training, sit-ups, push-ups, and lots of juice, but he did reach that point, which was truly impressive. And of course, King Wine had to have some mercy on the enraged King Veggie, because he knew this wasn't who he was normally. You know, he had to let him have it. Luckily, no one was dead, and the wine did wear off afterwards. And also, I guess it didn't wear off on King Veggie. He seemed to have some hostilities towards poor Nappa.
I mean, he's always had him.
Yeah, but you know, it's unfortunate because it's one of those things where it's like, why does he have to be so mean to his, you know, his most loyal friend?
It was just the wine.
Yeah, it had to be. It had just the wine. Yeah. Although, you know, I don't think anything was nearly as heartwarming though as the moment where the family really worked together, if you catch my drift.
Oh yeah, you know, I think I remember that.
It was definitely one of the best moments in the whole franchise. Where the family finally kind of like sit down and decide to work together.
It really was quite the fight.
Against themselves. From another timeline, obviously. It was interesting. They had a cross-timeline battle between Timeline 3 and Timeline 7, if I remember correctly. Do you think it was those guys? I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Because it was a crossover episode.
It was, as we all know, there's 15 running series of Dragon Ball, and everyone has their favorites, obviously. Mine's probably still Timeline 11.
Timeline 11 was a pretty good one.
Unfortunately, it's the only one that's actually finished. Oh shit, those uppercuts. I forgot how intense this battle was.
It was a really big fight that was going on.
However, Universe 7 did lose Goku first. Apparently, Universe 3's Goku was stronger, which was surprising, actually. During a lot of mounting.
Well, we were in for a lot of surprises inside this episode.
This is true. Like Goku refusing to fight even another version of his son. Just like he did not want to do. He couldn't bring himself to do. It was touching in a sense as well.
But as we see, Gohan, he has no care.
He has no care at all beating himself up. But fighting his mother, he knew would be the ultimate challenge, and well, he had to send himself to a higher level because he was already getting the hands given to him. You know, because Mama always has alternate instincts no matter what dimension it is. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Just total domination.
His mother and his uncle both teaming up to destroy him.
And oh, that harsh kick. I mean, obviously she was pissed off about her son losing. But fighting her husband, I mean, she should have like no qualms with, to be quite honest. But getting hit by herself had to be the most interesting thing. As we all know, her power was just... They almost destroyed the whole universe. We all know this. Oh. Oh shit, landing her ultimate attack with her brother, the park ranger himself, as we all know. Otherwise,
it's quite a risky move.
It was. But now, in this final moment, Goku calls upon the power of the moon to face Android 18 from Universe 7. This had to be an interesting
We've only seen this happen once before.
Attack his own wife. Yeah, he almost never allows himself ever to fight his own wife. Ooh, and that's right, she did land her most powerful attack on him.
And it was quite the dangerous choice.
It was.
For both of them, because this can ruin a perfectly healthy relationship.
It could, but luckily it was cross timeline, you know. See? Look at that. She even tells the other timeline's Goku that he's never home. And, is that just kind of a wake-up call? I don't remember if Goku even took it, though. He was pretty unconscious.
Yeah, well, we did have some good family time in this episode, if you remember.
We did. Including that in-between there part of it, where Gohan actually wasn't down for the count and hoped his parents back up for the second round. I mean, look at this. Cross timelines, both stretched, both knew what they wanted.
You know that Goku did not enjoy fighting. He did enjoy this.
That's true. He beat himself up. He had a lot of pent-up frustrations.
Because he does enjoy his family fun time.
He does. And that is a true fact.
Now, does this universe Goku care so much about fighting the form of his son?
Unfortunately, he didn't really have an option this round, to be quite honest. Especially when Gohan kind of took it upon himself to fight himself.
Well, Gohan was, in fact, a not-so-seasoned fighter.
He wasn't, and you know, we all know, kind of like his dad, he's a bit of a pacifist.
Besides one where he screams at the sun.
True. Something that was really surprising was his quick turnaround, able to hit other universe versions mom. I wonder if she had an issue hitting her son, despite knowing it wasn't really her son.
Well, as we see, the animation is running out. The studio has to stop, like, lowballing their budget.
Yeah, true, honestly, they really do. Universe 7 did, however, end up defeating Universe 3, which wasn't surprising. Well, Timeline 7, excuse me. We haven't even gotten into multiverse yet. Let's not even talk about that yet. Yeah, you know, it was definitely interesting. Let's see. Was there any more, like, big battles? Is there a big battle I'm forgetting in the franchise? Like, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I don't know. What are we missing?
Oh, are we missing the Team Pink episode? Where it had a lot to do with Rose and him actually trying to get without his brother's permission, mind you, Android 21.
Yeah, we actually are missing that.
And it was something also, she also was trying to kind of get with, try to make a bonding moment with her kid. The Sly Dog.
But luckily, the spy was there.
That is true, the spy was there, and he did try to intervene. I mean, you know, would you say that King Veggie and Goku are actually weaker than their cousin?
They are.
I mean, you know, there's quite a bit of debate about it. I mean, I also think that they're weaker, which is unfortunate, despite their hard work, but their cousin, there's a reason he has a god complex.
But King Veggie was there to show that he very well could be stronger.
Yes, he has the potential to get to that point of perhaps getting his own Rose. Just unlikely, to be quite honest. This is timeline 1, right? This is the first timeline, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the very first thing that actually happened in Dragon Ball.
You're right, this was the first true battle. Yep, there he is, beating that narcissistic prick we always love and know for. Of course, they merge back together to gain their true power.
As you could tell.
Obviously, Rose really tried to make the first big push in this battle.
And as you see, it really did work out in Rose's case.
It did, and it's really probably just because they weren't really used to their own strength yet, to be quite honest. They are powerful.
Yeah, because this was the first arc.
Yes, and Yamcha clearly trying to show off his strength as the strongest human.
Well, he's not a human, if you remember. He is part of the Frieza race.
Yeah. He's part of the Frieza race, yes. Why don't we call it the Yamcha race, now I think about it? That would make more sense considering he is the father of Frieza.
Good point. But Frieza is actually a really big household name in their race.
That is true.
Now, here's the fight that we were looking forward to inside this episode, was King Vegeta showing that he was actually stronger than the Rose, his cousin.
Well, after him getting obviously overwhelmed and injured, fighting 2 opponents in one hand. I mean, if he lost, that would just be pathetic, to be quite honest. And apparently he did.
Well, King Veggie was wanting to see.
He was just testing, obviously. It was clearly just a test. Oh, and there's that low budget framework, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they tried doing the wind-up attack. This time, actually, a little bit more of their power being used, as they were finally able to tap into it. Able to really give Rose a run for his own money, and that's saying a lot considering he is the richest man in the world.
Well, he is the richer cousin, you are right.
However, in this case, he let the lady he was trying to impress get in on the action. Although in reality he was being just a coward and letting her take the hits for him, so that way he would be ready to face King Veggie at his full strength. And of course, you know, he had his little swap in. He wanted to prove that he was worthy. Luckily, however, her son was the one who really Yamcha had to worry about, being the powerful android that he is.
Oh no.
Taking down Yamcha. He did try to go at King Vegeta a little bit. Clearly, he was a little, he just was ill-prepared for the power of the final crash attack. And it just completely...
The sheer power of King Veggie clapping his hands.
It's truly remarkable. Android 21, of course, however, was not very happy about this.
Well, this was before King Veggie became affiliated with the Wine God.
This is true.
Because after he became affiliated with the Wine God, he obtained this weird blue hair, which many speculate is from drinking too much wine.
Yeah, and with the blue hair though, it was after he gained an immense power up, and even someone considered him to be a god.
But we all know that the only god is 18, the god of destruction, and the Wine God.
This is true.
Those are the only 2 gods there is in the series.
This is true, and to be quite honest, it's just unfortunate what happened here. King Veggie, despite all his efforts, was just not able to defeat the Rose, his cousin just, using his interdimensional powers, was able to rip through time-space and hit him in just so many different ways.
He had all the weapons that money could buy.
This is true. Although, we all know the only reason he got them was just to show off how rich he was. They usually just broke on impact, because all these characters are just too strong. I mean, why do you think the Scythe disappeared?
Good point.
And there he is, being the narcissistic, rude asshole that he is, telling Vegeta he was only a warm-up, and then saying he wasn't even worthy of being called a warm-up. It's just...
Wow.
Sometimes, you know, he's a really unlikable character still. You know?
But, you know, I mean, at least...
although, I mean, it's because of his pink hair, though, that Kid Buu even came to be. Because as we know, he's actually the second marriage of Android 21.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's why he disregarded Krillin.
Yep.
That does explain the bald hair.
Tien, excuse me, made a mistake. Tien was actually her first husband.
Which does explain the bald. The baldness.
The bald hair, yeah. Which is unfortunate, because look at her mane. Oh, he's got a mane.
And sadly, because Tien had 3 eyes, it didn't carry over, and instead Krillin got these weird dots on his forehead, where his eyes should have been.
It's just a truly saddening thing. Ugh. Man. I think that this would be a good place to end off the stream, really, you know?
Yeah.
having given so much lore. It's a bit of an information overload for many people.
Really has.
But it's been really fun, and I was glad to have to be able to talk about it with you, man. I forgot that you knew so much about this.
Oh, I've done my research before I came in.
That is true. Oh, as we're about to end the stream off.
What was that?
We got one viewer as the stream was about to end off.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess we could do one more, I guess. There's one more little thing. I'm not sure. Do you wanna?
How about we do it next time on Dragon Ball?
Next time, indeed, on Dragon Ball. I'm gonna have to end off stream. I'm sorry who just joined.
Now join us next time as you know the whole entire lore.